It's all fun and games till someone gets shot.
I was too harsh on MK1. Yeah, see, this is the thing, bro. We were making fun of MK1. Tekken players used to make fun of Smash. They used to talk trash about Mortal Kombat. You know, Moron Combat is the name. Talk trash about all those little anime games. Guilty Gear, the one with the ponies. Now look at us. We're the biggest laughing stock of the whole entire FGC. And at this rate, we're quickly rising up to be the laughing stock of like video games. Like Assassin's Creed is like kind of like out the way, and Tekken 8 wants to take the crown. The backlash and the review bomb went mainstream, but if all of these bugs make it mainstream as well, if you have more news articles being written, holy smokes. What are they going to do with this update? Because you have a lot of players who are saying revert the update, revert the update, revert the update. And I know that that's practically impossible. It's so much time and effort and energy put into this update, and for them to just be like, okay, we're just going to pull the plug, it's very unrealistic. But with how badly received it is and how buggy it is, you have to wonder if they do it. You know what I want to Google real quick? Yes, video game updates have been reverted, particularly when they cause significant issues and widely unpopular. Okay, so both of those boxes are checked. For example, Treyarch has addressed mistakes with recent updates to Black Ops 6 Zombies as seen in a YouTube video. This includes specific nerfs and changes being reverted in a subsequent update. So Black Ops 6 is new, right? That's a new game. This is like something recent. Here's why updates might be reverted. Unintended consequences. Update can introduce bugs or unintended changes that negatively impact the gameplay. Player feedback. If players widely dislike an update, developers may choose to revert it to improve player satisfaction. Balance issues. Update might upset the balance of the game, making it too difficult or too easy, leading to the call for changes. Performance problems. Update can sometimes introduce performance issues, lag, or crashes requiring rollback. Wow, that sounds like Tekken 8. We buff defense by taking a vacation from the game. So he says, from the early stages, I could see this happening, and it called it out December after Clive announcement. How so many things was not nerfed, and the same characters were the top regardless. Then they announced new moves for season 2. For example, that's like Launch Leroy being super obnoxious, and then Kunimitsu releases, you know, like a 4 year later, and she's just as obnoxious. She's not super powerful, but she was a monster. And it sucks because it's not really the character. That's what I had to realize, bro. It's not Kunimitsu that sucks. It's not Mardox that sucks. It's not Yoshimitsu that sucks. It's the way that the characters are balanced. Right now, Lars, we don't hate these characters. It's the way that the developers are balancing them that makes the players dislike them. Whether the character is balanced so powerful or so weak, like Lee and Steve. You know, in the past season, who was it? It was Lee and Steve. Hey, the Lee and Steve mates are having it the worst. While every character is experiencing power and whatnot, Lee and Steve cannot get a slice of it. Solution. We do not need stance characters, installs, flashy graphics, silly damage, high number of plus on block mids, change legacy stuff like key charging properties. Yeah, I think the key charge change, revert that 100%. We just need a balanced Tekken game. This is not fun or exciting to the casuals or the pro players. You're going to end up losing your audience and fans all around. So I want to now look at the Steam charts. They are suffering right now. No matter how bad season 1 got, they never fell under 8,000. Now they are getting to 6,000. That means they lost 2,000. When you talk about them reverting the update, you go back to that Call of Duty situation. That might be a reality, bro. It's not. I'm surprised to see it fall to 6. The constructive criticism point is dumb unless we actually think that the balancing team for Tekken 8 doesn't understand why the incredibly oppressive moves they added are too strong. Do we actually need to sit down to explain? They know, but continue to add these attacks. Block +7, +9, +12, ... They don't care about defense. We can't react. It's just 50-50, no sidestep because they're safe mid homing. It makes defense more difficult. Combo is so long and ridiculous damage. And spike combo. Honestly, I thought the bear wall combo would be fixed in season 2, but now it's been fitted to other characters as well. Concurrent users is the answer. Now it takes long time to wait for a match in gold rank. Many people quit a lot. Do they think this would be fun? So, Nee says, this is my opinion about Season 2. I would be happy if this is helpful to them. Honestly, I think the developers' idea should be different from the players. However, I think it would be nice to accept some feedback. But I don't care if they don't listen. Tekken 8 is already a negative review. 1. Combo damage too long and too high. In past, combos was simple and short, but wasn't it fun? No, it was easy to teach beginners, but now I have to teach them the tailspin. I really think the tailspin was the most destructive part of the game in terms of combos. And we saw that with Yoshimitsu, doing 3 flashes in 1 combo. But it's also difficult, and the tailspin is so strong that it goes in twice. And it makes the combo long. How about tailspin only once? Yeah, why did they do that? After seeing Yoshimitsu tailspin 3 times in 1 combo, why, when they gave every other character a tailspin, why did they force the game to be like, you can only tailspin once? If you do that same move twice, the tailspin won't trigger. It will do a different animation, and the person will hit the ground faster and be able to tech roll. Piece of cake. 2. Simple mind games. For example, Kazuya. His main moves was weak to sidestep left, so high skill is holding the axis and catching characters left sidestep. But now you don't care left sidestep. They added mid safe homing. Simple concept in this way seems simple to look at, and they're less fun. Fighting games are boring if they're easy. They get bored of it early. Too many mid safe homing has been added. It would be nice if the player has a sidestep option. Once again, Jin Kazama's dive kick, Yoshimitsu tech at the wall, Kuma's electric. There was so many times where players were like, we can't do anything. And the developer was like, okay, all right, you can't do anything? Now you really can't do anything. So weird, so weird. Weird. You guys know where that's from? Of course you do. 3, heat move. Now the heat is unbalanced. Someone recover the heat bar. Someone too much heat bar. Yes, sir. Someone have too much strong move in heat. There are a lot of moves with less risk, but the rewards are big. Just because it's a heat move, I hope it's consistent. Heat move is unfair. 4, removed legacy. The legacy knowledge has been removed. Air moves can't be low parry, or hold moves can't parry. There's more besides this. So we have no way to tactic to certain situations. Did they need to be removed? Yeah, why would they remove that? It really seems like this update, they wanted to really attack legacy players. I get why people feel the way that they feel. With the reduction of character personality, with the reduction of defense and the reduction of legacy mechanics, it really feels like they wanted to upset the legacy players as much as possible, and then lying about it. That's the thing too. It's like they sat down and had a meeting that was like, how can we make this as bad as possible? First, let's advertise it as what they want. But then 2, let's deliver everything except for that. 5, too much connect stance and stance heat burst. It makes the game complicated and ridiculous. It looks unnatural. The dev team thinks players would like it. Rather, it looks unnatural. It is excessive change. I think it brings limitation of style because I only use it. I get they thought it would be cool if stance characters can heat smash from stance, but it's just too powerful. And it looks so odd. Tekken 8 looks like a modded game. 6, too long range and too much plus frame. Characters with weapons have a very long range. It needs to be adjusted. Plus frames is too much when blocked. +7, +9. There's a lot of things like this. These things only produce selfish play. People got a lot of stress. People got a lot of stress. I love that he's using the term selfish play, because that's the thing. You're being selfish with how you're like oppressing the player. Like when you were just +5, +5, +5 over and over and over again, and you're chipping them down, it's so egregious. They can't even play the game. You might as well go do that same thing to like the AI ghosts. It's really that simple. Like, aren't we playing a competitive online game to get that player versus player experience? When the player can't even play, you're basically just beating up a training dummy. You might as well just go to practice mode and do your mix-ups and then clip it and put it on YouTube or whatever. It's literally going to have the same effect. At least back in the day when you ran up against someone in ranked, you're like, oh, I just got matched up against the main man. Let me try. And then if you lose against the main man, at least you lost against the main man. Now you're losing against plus 50 mix-ups. You don't even get to experience the main man. He's just doing like overpowered mix-ups. We all are, right? We all are just, you don't get to experience the player anymore. And this is what I realized when I first started playing Tekken 8. There was a guy, I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but Ader Cater, Tom32K, one of the best non-like influencers that I played. Like, it's just a normal player just out there in the wild being a Tekken player, right? I played as Katarina in Tekken 7. Bro was really cooking. One of the best players I've played, right? And then played that same guy again. Now he plays Jun Kazama in Tekken 8, and you can feel the difference in the match. The player's not able to express their knowledge that much, but then also you can impress your gameplay on them so crazy. If you play someone in Tekken 7 and you play them a lot, and then you play that same person in Tekken 8, that's when you really get to see the night and day difference. But at this point, you could probably just go back and play Tekken 7 and just feel the difference no matter what. Number 7, too many 50-50 situations. There are a lot of 50-50 situations after heat engagers or blocks +7, +9. Heat engagers damage to the opponent and recovery health bar. I think it's too big reward, but there's a reason to give +17. I think it's an excessive reward to force. Mid between low start frame 50-50 is often the same, or 1 to 2 frame difference. Is too difficult to block this force situation. If Knee's saying it's too difficult, what do you think the Moonsault Slayer is going to say? 8 chip damage. Many players said that they don't like it, but it's unlikely to change. To be honest, if Tekken 8 have chip damage, we can hold out even if it's forced. So hopefully they reduce the chip damage even a little bit more. Honestly, chip damage, you know what I think about chip damage? It gets harder and harder to say this each update made to the game, but I think that if chip damage is heavily nerfed and they stop making chip damage broken, like Anna's Purple Rocket and Heihachi's Ultra Instinct, I think if they made chip damage more fair, it could stay. And also, this game is not supposed to be like this. The fact that we're comparing Tekken 8 to Street Fighter and we're seeing so many similarities, you can't do that with any other Tekken and any other Street Fighter. And when you talk about they're listening, guys, they're listening. No, they're not, because we told them about chip damage in Season 1. And then what did they do in Season 2? Now Anna can do it. Now everyone can still do it. Number 9 says, the direction in which a beginner or rookie beats a veteran. I don't know why they make it with this direction, but I don't think it's a gamely good. Veterans have invested a lot of time and put a lot of effort into, so it's a fun game to play when you increase your knowledge and learn your skill. Actually, I don't know why veterans should have a high probability of losing beginners or rookies. Isn't that contradictory? This is Knee's criticism of Season 2. The question now becomes whether or not the developers will listen. They said try the game and play it before you critique the game, and Knee has done that. He's been abusing the most diabolical things in the game, and this is his take on it.